everybody, good evening. My name is Sandy Gonzalez and I'll be presenting Global Imaging Incorporated today. I was also partnered with Rosanna Ingram, Nicole Palmer, and Shale Shaw. Today we will be starting with the generic strategy we used for the company. From year 1 to year 5, initially we focused on a differentiation strategy. It was in order to make cameras to our consumers attractive. So in order they can buy it first year, they'll continue to buy the next year. Years 6 through 8, that strategy wasn't working too well, so we changed it over to a cost leadership strategy. We started from the high $300 mark to a low $162 for our entry cameras, and our multi-featured cameras we stayed at an average $450 price. From year 9 to the present time, we maintained an average return for our company profit and our shareholders, which also minimized the assembly and shipping margin. Our financial performance for the company, from year 1 through year 5, we established a goal and exceeded it tremendously. From year 8 to the present, we improved revenue due to our cost leadership strategy that was taken in place now. The second bullet point was our earnings per share. Earnings per share, we aim to exceed shareholders' expectations every year in order to keep them loyal to the company. Also, the last one was return on equity. We kept a focus on improving profit year after year to pay our shareholders their dividends that they earned due to their investments in the company. Our second one is the stock price. Our stock price have ranged from the high $56 to the lowest of $34.19. That is information from year 5 to year 11. Next one is our image rating. Oh no, the previous one is our credit rating, which stayed a consistent green throughout the whole year of the simulation. Our next one is our image rating. This was due to the top management, due to product and quality ratings, and for our customer loyalty from year to year. Our competitor analysis. First, our competitor factors we looked into and focused on was overall revenues. We compared our company to everyone else's to see what they were doing and what we were doing in order to make competition more strategic. Our next one was return on equity. We managed and analyzed our return on equity to see how our shareholders would have trust in the company. And our last one was the stock price, just to see the variance of it and how much they play in the stock market, how well we did from year now to the next year coming up. Our top rivals that we targeted was Bargain Barn. They were one of the top competitors. They had direct connections to us because they had very similar decisions, business decisions. A-plus cameras were very well as well top competitors because they targeted our domestic market and our global market as well overall. Final was our focal point cameras. They did very well in the competition. They were right under us. That's why we kept a close eye on them to see how close they were to competing with us the following year. Our decision variables we based off of throughout the competition, how revenues, we focused on increasing revenue from year to year within the company. Our second one was our top management focused on stockholders' equity and earnings. That was a very focal point we used. Third one was minimizing the supply and demand margin. We try to sell places where our supplies were going down and selling out eventually in all 4 regions of the global market. And then our last one was to understand the cause and effect of the cash flow. The balance. We always aim to keep a positive cash flow from one quarter to the next, from 1 year to the next. Our next one was how we differed from our rivals. We were very different in a way that we were available anywhere our consumers needed our product. If it was from online to a local brick and mortar place, we were there. Customers could get global imaging products. Our next one was our entry-level cameras were very low cost, so any of our consumers can actually purchase them. And the quality of it was also guaranteed. Our multi-featured cameras were top-rated performers. We were compared to Nokia and all top companies. It's also worth every dollar spent. Our next one is we also kept a positive cash flow from the first years to the 11 years of business we are currently. And our final business life lessons that I have learned through the global simulation was to learn the cause and effect of cash flow through the company and how important it is. To understand the value of adding to a company is also very important. The effects of a stock market, foreign exchange, and global markets, etc. were important. Keeping employees content, for example, or a very important aspect to focus on to keeping our employees very well trained, very well an ethical company we kept. And the power of teamwork. The power of teamwork is very important because communicating and everyone understanding where we stand and our goals for the future was very effective. The last one was to make understand the possibility of success and failure. Any decision made could possibly help a company succeed or eventually help it fail. So we just had to analyze which decision to make. Last one was to get to know the industry you're in. The camera industry is a large industry to participate, so what we did is we actually embedded all the real-life information and research into doing our decisions. So it was a very fun, exciting simulation we did this year, so I hope you enjoyed my presentation. My name is Sandy Gonzalez, one more time, and I'd like to introduce you to my wonderful audience today. Thank you so much, and good night. Thank you. Happy holidays to everybody. Thank you. Good night. Bye-bye, everybody.